Hey YouTube, how's it going? Today's video is probably going to be a longer one. I might have to do it in two parts. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I will play it by time. But today is actually a subject that hits kind of close to home. It's actually about stuttering, which I just did actually. I'm going to zoom this all the way out as far as I can and try to center this on the table the best I can. And I'm actually going to give you guys something to look at today, because hearing me ramble and not have anything to look at would be kind of boring. I know, because I've watched videos where the guy rambles and there's nothing to look at. It's my coffee, ignore that. I just got to clean my table off a little bit so I can shoot videos. Not really shoot videos, but go through my videos. So I figured I would actually go through and I would show my collection, parentheses there, or quotes or whatever the fuck you want to call them. I figured I would go through and show my collection, kind of thing. That way you guys have something to look at while I'm talking, rambling, whatever you want to call it. Coffee's actually going to go here, that way it's not in the way. Move this over. First things first, we're going to go through, get these out of the way. We'll go through the watches I own, carry, whatever. So I'm just going to go through and show stuff. If you have any questions, ask about it. And, these are actually off my car. The V6 and the LE emblem. But, anyways, down to the video. I don't want to ramble for too long about aimless subjects. So, again, I'll say this right up front, right off the bat. I do have a stutter. I do fumble in videos with my words. It happens. I haven't let it really stop me all that much. But, you know, I'm going to tell you what I tell everyone. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Either comment on the video, ask on my channel, or inbox me. You know, actually, you know what? Instead of inboxing me, if you got any questions about stuttering, I'll answer to the best of my knowledge, because I got no problem with it. But if you have any questions, ask in the comments, and I'll answer them the best I can. That way, if anyone else has any questions, they can look on this video and read the comments. Because, you know, if you inbox me, you message me, you know, I'll answer it, but no one else will see it, and I'll get asked the same question 5 times. So just ask in the comments, I'll answer them the best I can. So, growing up, I had a stutter since I was real little. I actually didn't have it until I was about 5, and then it started. And, it kind of pissed me off, kind of didn't. You know, it was annoying, but I got used to it. Usually it's either caused by a tremor in the vocal cords or a neurological issue where your brain thinks faster than your words can process. With me, we still haven't determined. We think it's a tremor in the vocal cords, but we're not sure. I'm actually on medication for it, which does help a lot. Like you'll notice in a few of my older videos, prior to December of 2010, you might notice that I stuttered more than I did now. The reason for that is I was about to enlist in the Navy, and unfortunately that did not work out, so I'm home again. But what happened was because I was going to enlist, I had to get off all of my medication to enlist. So I was off of all of my meds, was not doing any medication for my stutter, so it was a lot worse. Now that I'm on the meds again, it's not as bad. It's still kind of bad sometimes, but it's not too bad. This light do not have lights in, but it is a AAA Energizer hard case. I did not review this because the clicky thingy broke, and you can still click it, but you actually got to reach in to click it. Anyways, had a stutter since I was little. I ramble a lot. I like to talk, and I got a stutter, so that kind of sucks. I got a lot to say, but I can't really process it well. So, that being said, AAA Mag. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. I'll answer them to the best of my ability, and we'll go from there. But, yeah, you know, is it annoying? Yeah, kinda. Is it something I can prevent? No. Has it stopped me before? Not really, because I just don't care. Like, I've been made fun of for having it for a long, long time, and I just stopped caring. It, you know, it was annoying at first. I used to get flustered, and my brother actually found out that if he just goes like that, and he's just like, whoa, stop. And I start over, I don't stutter as much. So I've been trying to do that more, but no, I get flustered, I want to keep pushing through, and I get more pissed off if I gotta stop. But it does help. But other than that, you know, it's like Tourette's or something like that. You know, it's something you can't really stop. You can do the injections. You can do Botox injections into the vocal cords, and it'll stop it. But honestly, Botox in my neck, yeah, no thanks. I'll pass on that. I'll have a rain check on that. You know, it pissed me off as a child. I've always had it, but you know, it is what it is. I figure I'm meant to have it for a reason. So what that reason is, we'll see. I just have to play it by ear. But, you know, it is what it is. I haven't met anyone yet that has a stutter. But, you know, there's something like 8 million people. It's 121, by the way. There are about I think there's like 8 billion people in the world, and out of them, 32 million have some sort of stutter. I'm one of those 8 million. For some reason I have a squeegee in there. Probably want to work in the vinyl shop. Application saw block. But yeah, it was something that I've had for a while. It never really bothered me. But I learned to live with it, you know. I went to school. What was great is in school, kids used to get pissed. Because, whenever we had to do an oral presentation, I never had to do it. Because I popped this spring out of the SOG Flash 2 so that you do have to give it an oomph, but it's almost like an access lock to close it. Almost. Anyways, I did have a stutter. I did, in school I did stutter a lot. Haha, it's a comb switchblade. He's just camping because it's a small comb. I did have a stutter in school. And, but what was nice is I had a modification on my learning plan where, I didn't have to do oral presentations. So what's in there? So, you know, if we had to do an oral presentation on, say, World War II, I would type the paper, hand it in, just like I would any other report. But when it came time to present, I would skip class. The teacher knew why I skipped class, because she knew, or they knew, that I didn't have to present, so they knew that if I wasn't in class, it wasn't because I was skipping, it was because I didn't want to have to explain to everyone why I didn't have to present. So she knew, she didn't care. Well, she kind of cared, but she didn't really, so, you know, you know how it is. But, ooh, Exacto blade. It's a good thing that's in a package. But yeah, it always pisses me off. But I've learned how to live with it. I've learned to deal with it. I take life one step at a time, just like everyone else. This thing is old as balls. I don't even know who the fuck makes it. It's an old timer. Oh, Shred. This thing is old. But, yeah, I grew up with my stutter. It's part of who I am. I figure I have it for a reason. What that reason is, we'll see in time. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Don't know how long this part has been going, so hang on a second. I'm going to clip this video and start part 2. I'll probably edit them together. and I'll be back in a second. The glory of the video editing. Drink, come here. Alright. Onwards. Alright, so what was I saying? Yeah, that's the problem with the video editing. You can be like, I'll be back in a second. You come back in a second, you don't remember what the fuck you were talking about. So, in school I didn't have to do videos. Not videos. I didn't have to do oral presentations. Although one teacher did, for earth science. I did. He asked me to if I could present it to him away from the class. I told him I wasn't completely comfortable with that, so he said, well, he actually had an idea, which he told me the idea, and I was like, yeah, I can do that. He had me shoot a video at home of my presentation, me presenting it. And then, if he had any questions, he wrote the questions down, handed them to me, which he did have a couple, and I answered them. So that was cool, that he was like, you know what, I don't want you to present in front of the class, but I would appreciate it if you could, you know, make a video and present it, and I'll review the video away from everyone else. He didn't show anyone. It was cool. He was a real cool guy. I love McDonough. He was a cool guy. And that's when and on camera I didn't stutter that much, which was surprising, because, on camera I usually stutter pretty bad. Yeah, fuck. This thing is kind of iffy. It's loud as balls, though. I find myself playing with this sometimes. Sometimes you gotta be careful when you open it, because as you're flipping it, the blade is kind of on the side there. And that lock doesn't really work, but as you're flipping it, the blade is kind of exposed right in the middle there, so you gotta be careful when you're flipping. But, yeah, he said that, and I had the thought of, hey, you know what? Why don't I upload some videos onto YouTube, see how my stutter is? And surprisingly, it's, well, not too surprisingly, but kind of surprisingly, it's actually not too bad. So I'm happy about that. That's not too bad. But, that didn't sound good. Something just cracked. I'm gonna clean this. But, once I did that, I shot a couple. My stutter was kind of bad. I left for the Navy. I came back. And I started uploading again. I actually didn't start uploading for a couple months until I came back. Came home on December 1st, and I didn't start uploading again until, February. Until, late January, early February. Something like that. So, it wasn't that I was scared, it was just I procrastinated out the ass, which I still do. There's still times I'm like, oh, I'm gonna shoot this video, and then I don't shoot it for 2 weeks. So, but, it is what it is. My stutter is part of me. It is who I am. It does piss me off sometimes, but, it's like anything else in life. You gotta learn. If it doesn't kill you, it'll just make you angry enough to shoot someone. So, I don't try to let it, get to me. But sometimes it does. Those times I usually just kind of get out and go for a walk somewhere and try to relax. But, that's life, right? That is life. But, I figured, because I watched a few videos where the guy just sits there, yammering for, a half-hour video, and you're just sitting there listening, and you end up doing something on, a forum, or you have ADD, stop listening, whatever. So I figured I would give you guys something to look at. And seeing as I haven't done a collection video, figured I would give you guys that too. Kill two birds with one stone. If you have any questions about the knives, those you can inbox me or comment on the video. Either or. But, yeah, we're actually almost through here. So, but yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to give you guys, a statement. This kind of junk stiletto doesn't really cut anything because it's so dull. Probably profile it, sharpen it, but just haven't. The spring's open pretty nice though. It is what it is though, has it annoyed me? Yes. Has it pissed me off? Yes. Has it made me depressed? Yes. Am I always depressed? No. Has it made me angry? Definitely. Has it done fucking mind games with me? Has it made me nervous with women? Yes. Has it stopped me in life from doing what I want? Kind of. By that I mean, has it stopped me from doing what I want? Yes. Kind of. I don't remember what, but I know it has stopped me in the past. If I remember, I'll tell you, but I don't really remember off the top of my head. Little knockoff SAK classic. Life has its ups and downs. You can't let the downs get you down. You can't have the ups keep you up all the time. Otherwise, when something gets you down, you'll be angry to no extent, and you won't know what to do. So, I let the ups keep me up, and I let the downs keep me down. This is actually a Puma knife. It is not the Buck 110, even though it looks like it. Puma 970 Plainsman. But yeah, these. Oh shit! I still got a couple more down there. Oh, this thing is shot. Yeah, this tells you how shot it is. The fucking handles are coming off of the liners. Luckily, it's a spring assist, but it's shot in that sense. This is a Cheetah Barber 2 off a Blade Play. Got it for like $5. Trying to think what else there is to say. I don't think there's much. It is what it is. I don't let it get to me as much as I used to. I had a few speech therapists who didn't know what the fuck they do. They didn't know how to talk to me. They thought if I would start again. I had one person tell me that if I talked in a sing-song, I would never stutter. But here's the thing, if I talk like this all the time, would any of you really watch these videos? Probably not, because my voice would piss you off. Probably still does piss people off, but I don't really care. If you don't like the videos, don't watch them. This knife I love. It's the Boker AK-74. It's the automatic version. Just got an email. It's just kind of like one of those things where it's annoyed me to no extent, but I can't change it, no matter how hard I try. It might, with time, it might correct itself, but I'm just not sure. I just gotta play it by ear and go on a day-by-day basis. For this last quick... Oh, wait, forgot one. So I want to just go back from the Victorinox factory. Now for this last portion, I'm actually going to turn this camera and kind of go through the rest here. Go ahead and loosen this. Come on, loosen, damn it. There we go. Alright, let's see if I can get this thing right. Straighten this out. Oh, wait, actually, we're going to go like... No, we're not. We're going to go like this. Alright, good. It's focused right about there. It is what it is. There's not much I can do about it. I just gotta play it by ear. This thing needs some work done to it. Actually, I'm gonna get on. Where is it focused? Where? Fuck, I want to focus about on the dresser. Work with me for a second, guys, alright? I'll see what I can do. I want it to get focused on the back tip there. Alright, that'll do. It is what it is. But it does need some work. This needs work. especially because the handle shot. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm getting there. Over the years, it has gotten it's gotten a lot bit better than it has. But, you know, it's still a stutter. It still pisses me off. Just a matter of, I got a thing from Carol Shelby there signed. Okay, there we go. Just a matter of having it done. You know, like I said, there is injection, the Botox injections. What I do? All right, guys. My camera cut out there. I guess I hit the mark again. Actually, my camera got full, but you know, there is injection. There is Botox injection in your neck if you really want it. I'm just not really a fan of being stabbed in the neck with a needle and injecting salmonella into my neck. Just does not sound like my cup of tea. Doesn't sound like anything I would actually like to do. Plus, when I'm on the medication, I'm fine. So it is what it is. This part actually won't be too long because I only got 2 things left to show, and I think that'll be it. Actually. Oh, that thing almost slid out on me. But yeah, that's stutters can piss you off. They really can. But I'm pretty sure that everyone out there has something that pisses them off about themselves. For girls, it's usually their weight, their patience, their whatever. For me, it's my stutter. Get used to it, people. The world will piss you off. You got to do what you got to do to get through life with what you got. That's the way I look at it. Does it suck? Yes. Is it a pain in the ass? Yes. But is it something you will have to deal with every day? Yes. Let's get used to it, people. Life will shit on you. But life ain't about what you achieve. It's how you get to what you achieve. It doesn't matter if you make $3 billion living in the slums. As long as you make and learn something from it. Because if you make $3 billion off of your parents' trust fund, people are going to think you're an asshole. Scumbag with money. You actually make something of yourself. Leave an impression. If you start with nothing and gain something, people will think highly of you. I mean, shit. Right now I'm unemployed. I'm going to start working tomorrow. At Leslie Pools, actually. But that's not the point. The point is, if you make something of yourself, people will think of you. If you just remembered as an asshole who makes videos, does nothing with his life, people are going to hate you. People are going to think you're a dick. If you're successful, people are going to think you're a dick. But if you can get through the bullshit and you can get through what people think of you, the chances are you're going to go far. Now, people, keep in mind, I'm no expert on anything. But I'll tell you this. Think what you want of who you want. It all comes down to it. People will remember who you are. And they will remember what you do with your life. That's it, YouTube. If you got any questions, like I said, ask. I got no problem answering any questions and stutters. If you got any questions in general, feel free to ask. I'll answer anything you need. You know, if it's about a stutter, I'd rather you ask in the comments. Because if you ask in an inbox, I'll get asked the same question 5 times. So if you got a question on stutters, ask in the comments. As always, YouTube, that's it for today. Have a good day, and enjoy the rest of your night. Stay classy, YouTube. Stay classy.